Beautiful shades of pink, red, and white. Hard to believe such vibrant color would come from a fall blooming flower, but it's true. These blooming camellias make a wonderful addition to a cut flower arrangement or home garden.
They're actually able to thrive when planted right here on the Eastern Shore. And who better to tell us all about these fall flowers than our very good friend Ginny Rosenkranz with the University of Maryland Extension. Thank you so much for being here again.
Thank you for having me, and let me bring some of my friends.
Oh, your friends are pretty today.
Aren't they vibrant?
Gorgeous.
What have you, when we're talking about blooming fall flowers, is it roses? Is it camellias?
They look like roses.
They do.
Yeah, they're very, very similar. And the thing is, the pollinators love these. So when you think about the fact that we have pollinators this late in the season, if they're still hungry, we can provide, which is really, really good.
Ah.
But these are actually not native plants. They're from Asia, but they are actually more cold tolerant than the magnolias that bloom in the springtime, which is why they don't mind blooming in the fall. And sometimes they can bloom, depending on how long it stays warmish. They can bloom almost into Christmas, which I think is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So blooming camellias, often referred to as the winter rose.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And because look at the colors and look at the way the flowers are formed. The only thing different about these than I would say a rose, the rose holds the petals a little longer. These guys, as soon as you pick them, you feel like a flower girl, little petals all over the place. I'm showing here, that kind of stuff. But some of them, like okay, Bonanza is the dark red one that I have there in the center. That one really holds up very, very nicely. Very few petals fell off of that one. But the two pink ones just like, oh, hello, let me share this. But I brought another one. It's called Linda in the container. And just to show you how when you look at the shrub, it is completely covered with flowers this time of year. And so you have one that's in full bloom, and then you have a bud that's almost in bloom, and then 5 more buds just ready. So it's not a one and done. It does bloom and bloom and bloom and bloom. So mine have actually been blooming since September, October, November.
Wow.
And maybe even into December. And there's still a zillion buds.
How big do they get?
It depends on the variety. So some of them can stay 4 feet. Some like to get 6 feet. Some like to get 8 feet. Ooh. Some like to get 10 feet.
That's my kind of flower.
Yeah.
There you go. They like to have afternoon shade. But other than that, they're just so easy to grow. They don't ask for much.
Well, what about water? Because you had to teach me that my roses need a lot of water.
Okay. I think that anything that is actually blooming probably needs to have a little bit more water.
Right.
Because it's not just giving you foliage, it's giving you these beautiful flowers. So if we're in a drought like we are right now, it's not a bad idea to go ahead and put a soaker hose around these things. And I say that thinking I haven't done that yet myself.
Oh. So when they're done blooming, do you prune them or do you do anything to get them ready for the real cold winter?
Not really, because like I say, these are very, very cold tolerant, even beyond where we live here on the Delmarva Peninsula. So what I would say is in the springtime, that's when I would prune these back. And the reason why is things grow and heal faster in the spring, because right now a lot of things are like saying, time to take a hibernation, a little sleep. These guys are saying, oh, I'm sorry, I'm blooming first and then I'll do that. But in the springtime, you can go ahead and bring it down to the size you want. For me, it'd be 4 feet, for you, it'd be 10 feet. And just sort of tidy it up and then let it go.
Let it go. I like that. Those are my kind of flowers,
Let
the
it
ones
go.
you can let it go.
Yes.
So, quick question. I'm sorry, I know this is a stupid one. Are they only pink?
No, no, no. You have the dark pink, you have the dark red. There's an awesome red one called Yuletide. Bright, bright red with a bright gold center. Oh. It looks like Christmas. It looks like Christmas. And then there's some beautiful, delicate white ones that are just, when they have their petals on the ground, it looks like it's been snowing. It's just so cool. It is so cool.
Wow.
Could I plant one now?
Absolutely. There are a lot of them available right now at the garden centers, because this is when they're blooming, and quite often people only buy things when they're bloomed. Well, that's why I borrowed this one from one of the local garden centers, saying, she's so pretty, I might have to take her home.
Ginny Rosenkranz with the University of Maryland Extension, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I had no idea these existed.
I didn't either. That's amazing.